Okay, let's dive in. We've got some sources here. And our mission today is really to get to the heart of this powerful idea from the sociologist Pierre Bourdieu. It's called Habitus.
Right.
And we want to unpack what these readings tell us about how our social backgrounds, often without us even like noticing, shape us, our thoughts, actions, perceptions.
Exactly. Think of it maybe as a lens. It helps make sense of why people react so differently sometimes,
Mhm.
or why something feels totally natural to you, but maybe completely foreign to someone else. It often comes back to their life history.
Okay, so let's get right to it. Based on these sources, what's the core definition of habitus we're working with?
Well, fundamentally, habitus is this system of habits, skills, ways of being, things that are deeply ingrained. They come from your life experiences, especially your early socialization. And the key thing, it operates unconsciously.
Unconsciously.
Yeah, it's not like deliberate planning. It's more like an intuition, a feel for the game. It guides you below the surface, making your choices feel just like, well, common sense.
Huh. Like an internal GPS almost, but built by your social environment.
That's a good way to put it. And the sources stress this dual nature. Habitus is structured and structuring.
Okay, structured instruction, what does that mean exactly?
So it's structured by your environment, class, family, education, culture, all that. But then, and this is the really interesting part, it becomes structuring. That internal system then shapes how you think and act in the world.
Ah, I see. So the world builds it in you, and then you use it to navigate the world.
Precisely. Your social reality shapes your internal compass, and that compass guides you through that reality.
Wow, okay. Is it fixed, though? Like, once you have it, that's it? Or can it change?
The sources say it's durable, definitely, but also adaptive. It's not, set in concrete. It can change, especially if you enter really different social environments. Bourdieu called these fields. Think like moving to a totally different kind of job or school.
Fields, okay.
And it's sometimes called embodied social history, which is a great phrase.
Embodied social history. Yeah, that really paints a picture.
It means social structures aren't just abstract things out there. They literally get ingrained in us, in our bodies, through repeated actions until they feel like second nature.
Like history living in how we stand or talk.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this more concrete. The sources gave some examples, right? A contrast.
Yeah, they did. So take the example of someone from a working class background. Their habitus, the sources suggest, might emphasize practicality, maybe certain ways of speaking, a different kind of confidence or taste. Even if they move into, say, a professional job later, those deeply learned habits might still linger.
Their common sense just operates differently.
Right. Now compare that with the example of someone from an upper class background. According to the sources, their habitus likely includes this sort of effortless ease in certain settings. Elite schools, fancy events, whatever. How they dress, talk, carry themselves, what Bourdieu calls cultural capital, feels totally natural to them because that's the world they grew up in. Their way of being just fits that field better.
And that idea of fit, that's crucial, isn't it? What's the big implication here? The so what?
Yeah, this is where it gets really significant. Bourdieu links habitus directly to inequality in power. A key insight is how habitus helps explain social reproduction, how inequality kind of gets passed down through generations.
How so? You mean like schools or workplaces might favor one type of habitus, even without meaning to?
Exactly. That's what the sources suggest. Institutions often have these unspoken rules, these norms that align better with the habitus of the dominant classes. It's not necessarily deliberate bias, but it means if your ingrained ways of thinking and acting already match the institution's hidden preferences, well, you've got an edge. Success seems easier.
Because your habitus is already sort of pre-adapted for that particular field.
Precisely. How well your personal embodied history meshes with the demands of a specific field, school, work, social club really influences your chances within it.
Okay, so pulling this together. Habitus is this deep internalized system built from our background, guiding our tastes, our comfort, even our potential for success in different arenas. It's a lens for seeing how big social structures actually work through us individually.
It really is. It forces you to look both inward and outward at the same time.
It definitely does. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What parts of your own gut feelings, your tastes, the things that feel like just you, are actually reflections of your specific upbringing?
That's a really potent question to sit with, for sure.
And taking it one step further, based on these sources, if so much of what feels natural or like obvious common sense is really this deep social conditioning, what does that imply about our ideas of pure individual choice? or even natural talent versus ingrained advantage. It certainly gives you something to think about.